very blessed to have him with us today. We are very happy he's here, and I'd like you to please give me a warm welcome in welcoming Billy Mann.
How's everybody doing? Thank you for, it's like when you're here with musicians, you're among your people. So thank you for being here with me, and I'm grateful to be here with you. And I think that inside, music just saved me, and I'm sure to all of the people in here, no matter what you do in music, music is sort of your safe, that's your refuge of what you do. But it's a community experience, music. So if you can do music and be a music therapist or write jingles for commercials or karaoke or score a film and get paid doing it and love it and still pursue the other things that matter to you, how do I do more in the music industry and try to get a leg up? You know, that's a win. Yeah. Success in the music business. You can imagine, I got no money, I'm playing on the street, I'm singing gospel choir, I'm writing songs, I'm trying to figure it out, and this is his big quote. Success in the music industry, Billy, is the ability to continue. And I'm like, great. You guys, you have to stay on top of your songs. Register your songs. I'm going to say this probably 10 times today. Register your songs. And you got to network in the least creepy way possible. You got to go after it. You got to go to those opportunities. And you have to use social networking and SESAC and go to gigs. Don't give up. The only thing I got going for me is that I defined ahead of time what I wanted my success to look like so that when I got there, I would know and I would be able to appreciate my life. And I wish that for all of you, and I'm grateful to be able to say this to you. Thank you.
You know, music has to be your every breath or you're never going to get anywhere, because if you're only looking at it as networking and business, then do something else, because this is way too hard. You have to have you know, every ounce of your blood has to be breathing music.
You want to be there. You don't want it to be wallpaper so much. You want to enhance something. You want to make a scene more so.
Most of the gigs you get, you're not going to see on entertainment, you know, websites or all this kind of stuff. It's usually going to be people that you know or referrals, pretty much.
My job, beyond doing the best thing for the show or the film, is to see if I can try and make everyone else look good as well.
Music is the last thing that goes into any project.
This business is survival of the fittest. Oh yeah, it's so much more difficult to sustain it than to get there.
How's everybody doing? All right, all right. Nice, nice, nice.
And we want to talk about what's still working from the 20th century and what's really working well in the 21st century, and kind of how to blend these two together to create a blueprint for success.
We're just utilizing technology the way that we would and the way that we should, but we're utilizing it at the expense of realizing that we're all just humans, and this is a very human, emotional industry.
There's nothing more important than shaking the hand of somebody, like afterwards, coming up and shaking somebody's hand. You do not know how much that works.
Develop these relationships with people who you know. I mean, we like middlemen, basically, and you know, in this business.
It's funny. It's opposite.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are always trying to cut out the middleman, and that's like, you know, a thing that we hear. But I like middlemen because they don't waste my time and they know what they're talking about.
They want me Facebooking and Twittering and, like, you know, giving away tickets and being on the air, and it's like, can everyone just calm down for a minute? Can I just play the music? I don't have time to Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, what the, you know, it's so, it like literally scrambles my brain. I mean, I love Facebook, don't get me wrong. I'm obsessed with Instagram, love Twitter, but I'm there for the music.
It's most important just to make great music. So you should have people that in your camp that like understand that other stuff, so you can just focus on writing the good music and then have them get it to me.
All right, how many of you own Pro Tools? All right, how many of you own Logic?
That was the one cool thing I noticed when I first worked with Logic, was like I didn't have to have an interface. I could just plug straight into the headphone jack and be working like that with just a MIDI controller.
I now have a system that probably has more sounds, more capabilities than a $20,000 system.
But I ended up gravitating towards Pro Tools because the way I work is I pretty much play stuff live from top to bottom.
It's really all about the user.
This was what Sonos looked like in 2002. This is what it looks like in 2011. And 2 weeks ago, they released this. This is the subwoofer. It's about this high, and it's life-changing. It could take you 2 weeks to download a 3-minute song.
Slacker, their bet was, their differentiator would be the fact that they had radio-like programming. They tried to make it some blend of familiarity, even though it was in a digital environment.
Right.
I mean, they're in everything. And so that does suggest that it isn't necessarily your programming skills or maybe even your interface.
Game audio has greatly evolved over the past 10 years. It's evolved from sound chip generated bleeps and bloops with simple musical melodies to three-dimensional sound effects with epic classical scores. Once you've sorted out who's who in the game industry, how do you figure out who to approach for a contract? You'll be selling directly, for the most part, to the people building the game. You need to actually learn how to write and compose music for games. As things become more intensified on screen, you've heard that more instrumentation kept getting layered in there. It controls the graphics, the audio, the AI, the physics. It reads user actions from the controller or joystick. And the audio engine is part of the game engine.
Okay, first song we have is Tomorrow's Dream by Laurie Milan.
If we come up here and compliment you, that's not going to really help you. All you guys are way past the level where you need to be encouraged and all that. So I think the best use of the time is to give you a critique rather than a bunch of compliments. But having said that, I really like this song.
Mirrors and broken glass that remind me of my past.
I liked it. I liked the tempo change. I thought it changed it up. I think it could work as a ballad, as a version, but I liked that you took the risk.
Zach Wilson. Keep no weather.
Staring at my BlackBerry board. Particularly when you have such a build. There was this thing building, and we were like, okay, something's going to happen. I'm going to go with you, and then I just need you to flush.
And summer days are gone, but the heartache still lives on.
When it got to the chorus, I thought you were going up. I thought you were going that way, and I was hoping. I was really hoping. You took it there afterwards. I don't think that you have to sacrifice that first one by waiting for the second one to happen. I think if the song is called up, take it up. You know what I mean?
Putting them together in a way that really creates magic it's an art form. It's an art form that, when you nail it, it's perfect. So I would say keep collaborating with a variety of people.
So it sounded like in the verses, the drums were a little too prominent, and then there was, when it got to the chorus, when the title was sung, Autumn Leaves in the Wind, they stripped the drums out completely.
Just keep hustling.
All right. I want to thank all of you for making another successful boot camp. I appreciate your love and support. Please give yourselves another round of applause. Was this worthwhile?
This is goodbye to you and I. No more your sorry.